We live in a time where friendships can be measured by likes, followers, and mutual tags. A time when a digital connection can be mistaken for a deep bond. Social media has made it easy to accumulate hundreds, even thousands of friends, but how many of those people can you truly count on? When life gets hard, and it always does, how many will show up, not with an emoji, not with a text, but with real presence, real compassion, and real love? True friendship is not loud. It doesn't always look impressive from the outside. It's not necessarily the person who's always around when things are going well. True friendship is quiet, it's steady. It's the person who picks up the phone at 3 a.m. when you're falling apart. It's the one who notices the pain behind your smile. It's the one who sits with you in your silence and doesn't demand an explanation. When I was younger, I thought having a big group of friends meant I was doing life right. I thought the more people I had around me, the better. I mistook quantity for depth. I mistook activity for connection. But I learned, sometimes the hard way, that the number of people around you doesn't matter nearly as much as the depth of the bond you share with just one or two true souls. You see, true friendship isn't about numbers. It's about truth. It's about being seen and accepted for who you are, not who you pretend to be. It's about sharing your joy without envy, and your sorrow without judgment. It's about someone who celebrates your wins as if they were their own and mourns your losses without needing you to justify your tears. Think of the people in your life right now. Are you surrounded by friends who clap for you when you're not in the room? Are they the kind of people who would correct you in private and defend you in public? Or are you chasing connections that feel more like a competition, friendships that drain you instead of filling you up? Let me tell you something important. It is better to walk alone than with people who make you feel lonely. Friendship isn't just about company, it's about comfort. And comfort doesn't come from the number of people who know your name. It comes from the rare ones who understand your silence, your scars, and your soul. You don't need a crowd to be loved. You need one person who sees you clearly and chooses you again and again. That's worth more than 1,000 acquaintances. Let's look at history, literature, and even the lives of people we admire. The most powerful friendships were not those of grandeur and numbers, but of unwavering trust. David and Jonathan, Frodo and Sam, Martin Luther King Jr. and Ralph Abernathy, Anne Sullivan and Helen Keller. These were friendships rooted in truth, forged in trials, and carried by mutual respect and love. A true friend is not afraid of your darkness. They walk with you into it and light a candle to help you find your way. They remind you who you are when you forget. They hold you accountable when you stray. They believe in your dreams even when you're tempted to give up on them. But here's the truth, true friendship takes work. It's not just something that happens, it's something you build. It requires vulnerability, honesty, forgiveness, and loyalty. It demands that we show up not only when it's convenient, but also when it's hard, messy, or inconvenient. And sometimes, to protect your peace, you have to let go of friendships that were never truly mutual. You must be brave enough to outgrow people who were only meant to be part of your story for a season. Because if a friendship constantly leaves you feeling smaller, unseen, or unsafe, it's not friendship. That's a transaction, not a connection. So I urge you, be intentional about who you call friend. Not everyone deserves that title. Choose people who make your soul lighter. People who challenge you to grow. People who stand by your side, not just when you're on top of the world, but when you're buried beneath it. And while you're at it, be that kind of friend. Be the friend who listens more than they speak. The friend who shows up without being asked. The friend who stays when everyone else walks away. One quality friendship can change your entire life. It can be the anchor in your storm, the voice of reason when you're drowning in doubt, the home you return to when the world feels cold. And if you've found even one person like that, cherish them. Nurture that bond. Water it like a delicate plant. Because friendships like that don't come by often, and when they do, they're worth more than gold. Sometimes, we get so focused on being liked that we forget the joy of being loved. So focused on being popular that we forget the peace of being known. So focused on fitting in that we lose ourselves in the process. But real friends don't want a version of you. They want you. The unfiltered, unedited, raw and real you. So let's stop chasing crowds. Stop collecting connections for clout. Let's stop measuring our worth by how many people show up to our parties and start measuring it by who shows up when we have nothing to give. Your life will be better not when you have more friends, but when you have real ones. People may forget your words. They may forget your achievements. But they will never forget how you made them feel. And the people who consistently make you feel safe, seen, and supported, those are the ones to hold close. As I wrap up today, I leave you with this simple reminder. You don't need many friends. You just need the right ones. Choose quality over quantity. Every time. Thank you.